All right, let's get after it. Let's make some calls. Today is Friday. It's the last day of the week. It is the end of what has been a very, very productive week. And I've been making some calls before it dawned on me that I hadn't recorded anything this week for everybody to hear. So hopefully there's some value being found in my recordings. Again, you will not hear the customer, or that's the intention. You won't hear the person that I'm calling. Just you'll hear my responses, and my responses could be will be everything from good to really good to terrible, but you will hear them all. You will. I think what you're going to find out or what I have found out is it's not as much what you say as much as the fact that I am trying. I have found that people are pretty interested in potentially partnering or connecting with people that are willing to help them grow. Might be a rev share or a business, but they're scared of the process. Hi, Brenda, Jimmy Doolin. I was calling about real estate, 317-281-6679. But I would not be opposed to learning more about losing some weight. I've got 20 pounds I want to get rid of, and I'm 55 and not doing very well with it. So I'd be open to hearing about it. 317-281-6679. Thanks. So that lady was in some form of probably network marketing, if I had to guess. So that's kind of interesting because she'd already be familiar with the revenue share model, which I would think would be pretty positive. So I'm just going through. I always update them all, as I've told you before, with the locations. Oh man, I got to get back to her. I missed putting something in. Um, there we go. So I think she's probably in some sort of network marketing um, weight loss thing by that voicemail. So I would think that would make the conversation a little easier because she'd already have some familiarity. She obviously believes in the process, but that company may not be a network marketing type of thing, so it may not fall into that category. But I'll ask when she calls, and hey, maybe I get an agent, or maybe I lose 20 pounds. Either one's a win. So next person over here on the right screen, what I'm doing is going into Corded. As I told you, that's what I use to track. So I'm looking at what their production levels have been, what firms, how many companies they've been with. It'll tell me if they're a team member or a team leader, or if it doesn't have anything, then likely just a single agent with that broker. Come on, there it goes. All right, here we go. Verso.
Hello.
Hi, Brenda. Jimmy Doolin, 317-281-6679. Please give me a call at your convenience. Thanks. So, put in here, left a message. It's my standard voicemail. I seem to get, on average, about, when I make my 40 calls a day, I seem to get 4 or 5. Typically talk to roughly 20%, 25%. So let's just say if I call 40, I'll talk to 10 people that day on average. And then I'll get 4 or 5 additional follow up appointments that will come as a result of those voicemails. So I'll get a few extras, which is certainly good. I mean, the more people that I have an opportunity to talk with, the better. So it's all positive. Sometimes my CRM doesn't capture my clicks. All right, here we go. There we go. All right, so for those maybe that haven't watched before, I use Corded for my data to the right, and then I use Attractify on the left for the actual management, and the CRM piece can, that's where I put all my notes, track everything. That's where my electronic dialer is. So here we go. Hi, Brenda. Jimmy Doolin, 317-281-6679. Give me a call at your convenience. Thanks. So that is it. That's all I do on those voicemails. It's seems to be the voicemail that I've settled into. I think I do it no matter who I call, to be honest with you. It's probably if you're a friend, even my wife, I think, gets that voicemail sometimes when I'm not thinking and I just speak when the buzzer goes off and says it's time to leave a voicemail. All right. I don't know about everybody else, but my wife doesn't answer many of my calls anymore. She says it's not on purpose, but I don't know. I know she loves me, so could be anything. Hatch. Sometimes you get these names because I'm just putting in the there it is. I'm just putting in their name, and then it'll show me what company, the volume. So this person did $1 million last year. So I'm calling anywhere from people that did a 500,000 to 5 million. Doesn't really matter to me. I called a lady last or this week. I mean, if we say it's a numbers game, then why does it really matter? Hi, Brenda. Jimmy Doolin, 317-281-6679. Please give me a call. Thank you. If we say it's a numbers thing, then I don't know that it really matters. Now, I will say this: I don't I don't call like if they haven't done any business, um, I don't call them. So because I mean, if they're not actually selling anything, then I'm not. There's not really any reason for them to be looking for a different brokerage. And quite frankly, I don't think there's really a reason for us to be looking for them. Um, my phone just rang, so I think we just missed somebody calling back. Yep, we did. I don't tend to answer if anyone returns my phone call. I don't tend to answer because I don't have their stuff pulled up. So, what I like to do is um, call them back call them back so I have their file pulled up so that I know what I'm looking at. That would it allows me to kind of prepare better for the conversation. Forgot to put team member on this particular agent. Corded will tell you if they believe they're a team member. So I had to go back and put that person down as a team member. That way, if they call and I don't have everything open, I've transferred the information from Corded into the CRM. Just allows me to be more prepared. The nice thing about doing this, excuse me. Hi, Brenda. This is Jimmy. Hi, this is Jimmy Doolin. How are you? Good. Hey, I was wondering if you'd be open minded to a conversation about eXp Realty, if the platform could save you money and increase your commission opportunities. Well, it depends on what. Go ahead. Sure. Are you familiar with our rev share model? Are you familiar with our rev share model? So with rev share, 2024, we haven't come 25 hasn't been published yet, but in 2024, we paid out $200 million in revenue share to our agents. So many of the agents earn more than 100% of their commission. In other words, more than what they actually sold in commissions by earning rev share. We're publicly traded and we award stock for simple things like that you're already doing, like selling a home. So when you sell your first home, you'll get a bonus of $400 for the sale of that home. So there are ways to earn more and save. We also have pretty significant amount of leads and opportunities with EXP. I was a broker owner for 33 years, owned Remax Ability Plus with 10 locations, 250 agents. I made one change, and that's it. This one right here. 33 years. Oh, were you? Which one? What a great guy. What a great guy. Well, we'll keep. Yeah, the guy that another gentleman ended up owning that, who's a really good guy. So yeah, I mean, you know, Paul Paul's no, that they actually left and closed at the same time I did. So I gave my notice in August of 2021, and they we gave our notices within days of each other, and we both left. I was number one in Indiana. They were number two. Uh, I was 14th in the world for a Remax. So, but then Sandy Pageant. Sandy Pageant was the manager, and then Jim Wilson ended up taking over. He's a heck of a sure. Mm. Wow. He's a well, I think the world of him. He's a great guy. So he left and went to a model similar to what I'm talking about. It's a different one, but it's a similar type model. Okay. Now you're hitting my button. I got to tell you something. The thing that irritates the living heck out of me is realtors that have worked their whole life in real estate. Uh-huh. I'm 35, so I can relate. So realtors that work their whole life, they are not in a position to retire. When they if they have to retire from real estate, they end up getting part-time jobs, and their entire real estate career, which could be 20, 30, 40, 50 years long, even if they even if they did retire, well, it just goes up in smoke. It's just gone one day. It's like what they did had no value. I don't like it. And that's what drew me to this model, because this model allows you to leverage your experience. It allows you to leverage your knowledge and help other people. As long as you're not opposed to helping other people, you can earn a substantial revenue into retirement, because this company does provide a retirement opportunity that is willable to your heirs, whether it's a child or a niece or a nephew or a coworker, friend, whatever. It's a phenomenal model, and that was what I mean. That's part of what drew me to it. But it was really about helping agents become owners, and creating opportunities for them that many of them wouldn't have. And it's obviously I needed agents to have a successful business. So once one side of you says, "Well, I need agents," so you go recruit agents. Then they join you, and you realize, man, there's a better opportunity for them. So I finally just hung it up and went this direction, and I haven't looked back. It's been a blessing. All right. Are you are you willing to work? Okay, because we're a Zillow Premier team, so we've got Zillow lead. Yeah. So I can tell you this: we can certainly we've got great training, we've got great opportunities, we've got networking and things that put you in the right mindset, so that you feel that's that's what I'm saying. But these are the kind of things that you can get involved in to put you in a better frame of mind. Um, and in terms of leads, we've got wonderful lead sources. I will say this, you know, Zillow is going to take a piece of the pie. And so I tell everybody, don't make it your entire business, but use it when you need it to boost things and get you rolling again. And just like you are right now. So I wouldn't say, hey, come take all these Zillow deals and only do them, but you might take some and go do some deals and get back on your feet and get going again. But we also have eight additional lead sources through EXP Realty. Um, Lots. I mean, it would be worth it'd be worth MS Woods, Mike Wood. Mike and I started out together. Well, the leads that we so let me Yeah, so let me explain. When I say lead, lead for us means we get a phone call. So it's a buyer asking for an agent to meet them and show them a home. So that's our lead. Is physically an appointment, not a name, address, and a phone number that you go work, but an actual person that sets an appointment. They call, they confirm an appointment, and it gets, if it's in your area that you want to work or you're available, then it we hand it to you and you go show them the home. That is through Zillow. Now we also have through EXP, we have about, like I said, 8 other lead sources that you can become certified, being that you're experienced and been in the business for a long time. You could qualify to get into those other lead, and those are different. Those are truly like, we've got a corporate relo. You go in and compete for it. You go in and meet with the client, interview for the listing. You get it or don't get it. That kind of thing. But we have, it is a percentage. There's nothing with us that, no upfront costs whatsoever. But Zillow is a 50-50 split with Zillow. So they call it a success. And that's why I say I wouldn't build your business around it, but in terms of helping you get going, it's worth it. I think it makes sense to sit down and talk. Well, book an hour. Um, I'd love to have you come into the office. Or what side of town do you live on? Okay. I mean, we can meet at my office in Carmel, or we can meet somewhere, in between. But it would be worth an hour conversation for you to explore this. All right. When you want to do it? I understand. God bless them. No, I'll tell you what I'll do. That's in my computer. I'll text. I'll text you from my cell phone, and then just give me a buzz later, and we'll set something up that works. Well, I'll put down this is Jimmy Wilson Doolin. All right. Thanks. Yes, ma'am. Bye bye. So that's how easy it is to book an appointment. It's not that I said anything that was, you know, smart, savvy, whatever. It's just that this lady, when I called, it was the right timing. She was looking for something to help her get her. She said she was having a little bit of a rough time right now. And this was an opportunity for her to talk to somebody who was positive and upbeat, and gave her maybe a little inspiration to at least sit down and explore it. No guarantees, but that's exactly what it is. So that's the kind of person that I'm finding, is not the person I have to talk into it or persuade. No fancy comebacks, et cetera, et cetera. It's just all about calling people until the right person answers and says that, hey, they're open to exploring. So let me get this text off real quick. And the nice thing about it is, put her in my phone so that when she does call, I'll know who she is. Um, the nice thing is that, because I'm not trying to talk somebody into it, when she calls, and we get together, it's just a conversation, and it's not threatening, because I'm not. No one's feeling any pressure from me. So I'm going to put a note. Spoke to her. She agreed to meet in person. Business is slow right now, so leads would be helpful. And I'm going to put down here 30 years of experience. All right. So, and then I'm just going to, I put a task in here, follow up if we don't have an appointment. So I put that in just so that I don't forget. You know, if I talk to somebody and they say they want to meet and she was taking care of a family member, so she wasn't capable of setting the appointment right then, I just put a note in there to follow up. So it's in there as Monday. It doesn't have a specific time or anything because I didn't set an exact appointment with her. And then I'm going to add, I always put the city that they're in here so that I always remember that. Oh, she said, so I'm going to take that city out, put this city in. So anyway, that's what I do. So anyway, that was good. You guys got to hear one that actually panned out. So have a great weekend, everybody. Thanks for coming along with today's calls. It didn't take but 4 or 5 for us to get an appointment, so that was pretty cool.